Wonder why that's happening. Oh, here we are. Hi, I'm Pam.
I'm John.
And we're not done yet. And we're here. It's Friday the 10th of October.
Yeah, it's a beautiful day in Minneapolis.
It
today.
sure is. It's so lovely.
Fall is finally here.
Oh, we forgot our microphones.
Oh,
So we're going to
okay.
speak up.
Okay, we'll speak up.
Yeah. We'll speak
Okay.
up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in charge today of our topic, and it's about questions.
Yeah.
And I got to tell you something about this guy. He can literally spend hours glued to a person's face, finding out everything important that ever happened to them. And somehow, and I observed this, I saw it for quite a while. And what I found so special, I think it's a real gift he has.
Okay.
And what I found so special about it was how he could stay just laser focused on that person. And they would be compelled to tell him their stories, which he would remember and sort of incorporate almost, sort of like a mind meld on Star Trek, which he'd know nothing about because he didn't watch Star Trek. Anyway, so today I thought we'd talk about the role that asking people questions about themselves or their lives, how that is a way to obviously get to know them. And did you know that people who ask other people questions are the most liked people? And actually I use that I ask people questions too, but for me, it's, if I'm asking them questions, they have to answer and I don't have to talk. Even though it may seem from watching me on here that I really like to talk, I really don't like to talk that much to people I don't know. And if I'm asking them questions, they feel good about themselves and they can do the talking, and I can just be the nice woman that listens to them and shakes her head. He, on the other hand, goes way beyond the nice man listening and shaking his head. He's really hearing what they have to say. And, people can ask the wrong questions and they can do it wrong. You can be a question asker and you can be screwing up. And one of the ways that you can make a mistake when you're asking questions, and I sometimes am guilty of this, I don't care, my life's an open book. Boop, I'll tell you anything. But not everybody feels that way. He doesn't feel that way, for one. And you can make mistakes. A mistake you make in asking questions, or often is made, is that you ask too personal questions too soon in the conversation or in the relationship. Do you have sex twice a week, or how many times do you have sex? Gee, did you just lose 200 pounds because your dress is hanging on you?
Yes.
Well, I would never say that. But you could ask questions that are way too personal. I know one of the things that I've done, and I regret it, is when someone's lost a lot of weight, I'll say, wow, are you well? Well, that's really none of my business. And I've regretted the times where I haven't seen someone for a long time, and the first thing I want to know is, are they sick? Because they've lost so much weight. And the other mistake, and I'm really good at this one, there's a flip side to the next mistake. You can also, as the question asker, if you never share back and you only just keep asking and asking and asking, but you never say anything about you, as though you don't trust them, that's a mistake, because they don't feel like you trust them. You just want to learn stuff from them, but you're not going to give anything up. But the flip side of that is, which is another mistake, is that you can tell too much about yourself and talk and blah, 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 blah. I think one of the mistakes I make when I start asking questions is I'm looking for a connection. I want to see what we have in common. So when someone says something, then I go off on, oh yeah, that happened to me, or oh, my mother was like this, and blah, blah, blah. That's a mistake. And I think I'm guilty of that, and I wish I wasn't. But the good thing, it's a good way to ask questions, is not to be too personal too fast, to share reasonably, not a lot. Don't take it over all of a sudden, switch the conversation to be about you, unless that person also starts asking you meaningful questions. And let them know when they tell you something, like you might say, I don't know, what do you do outside the home? And they say, well, I volunteer at the hospital. A response that you've really heard them and that you value what they've just said, you can say, that's really great. That's important. And then they can go on and tell you more. I also think that it's really important, and I just don't think this, the people that know things think this, is that it's important to ask follow-up questions, because then people know that you're invested in what they're saying. It isn't just a one-off, yeah, tell me what you have to say, I'm going to leave in a minute. It's, you want to know more. So they say, yeah, my son, he's just starting college. Oh, what, oh, I don't know, maybe you could ask what college, or maybe that's too personal, I don't know. I don't know the answers to all of this, but I do know that asking questions is a good thing, and he's an expert at it. So we're going to ask each other some questions today out of my little jar. But first, as a perfectly wonderful question asker, John, what are yours? Tell us what you think about what I just rambled on
Well,
about.
it all makes sense to me, but I don't think much about the questions I ask people. I guess I like people,
Right.
and I like getting to know people for the most part. There's a few, maybe not, but
Yeah.
overall, I really like people, and I like knowing about their histories, because I found that most of them have very interesting histories. I like to know where they grew up, if it's a small town, big city, Midwestern, somewhere else, and I ask all kinds of questions of people, and they seem to be fine with that. Sometimes they'll ask me questions, there'll be an exchange. Sometimes they just kind of like to talk about themselves, and that's fine, because I find that very interesting. So, and now that I'm retired, I have a lot more time for that, and I try not to be one of those obnoxious guys who corners people and just makes them talk to
You're
me.
definitely not.
That's the last thing I want to be like. But I try to ask questions that they might enjoy talking about from their past and sometimes their present. So I don't think much about it, and I find it very easy to talk to people. And I was not always like that. In fact, I was a complete opposite of that when I was younger. I was pretty much interested in myself and never even thought of how other people were doing. And I really regret that now. But anyway, things have changed, and I've gotten around here. I mean, there's a lot of people around here. I suppose in our facility here, our independent living facility, there's maybe 90 people that live here, somewhere around there, and I've been here over 3.5 years, and people have come and gone. But I know most of the people here, and I know a lot about them, and so when I see them, I can ask them about what they're doing, and I know sometimes what they kind of do on a regular basis, and can talk to them. So it's great. I just have a lot of acquaintances and friends here, and I thoroughly enjoy it. And I don't have any problem answering questions about myself. I can't think of any questions that have been too invasive, really. I never had a real good relationship with my mother growing up, and so that's a little bit of a touchy subject with me, because it's kind of unusual for a child or son to feel that way. So that's about it. But I'll talk about it if people want to know about it. But, okay.
Well, I loved watch you talk I loved watching you talk to people. Really, really. And I think it's a real gift you have, and I'm sure that our neighbors would agree
Well, thank you.
wholeheartedly.
Thank you.
So now we're going to see, though, how. Oh, and one thing about asking questions, too, the way he does, it not only draws people to him, but he finds out people who have similar likenesses. I mean, things they like. I don't know where I came up with that. Likes. Because there may be things you have in common that you can build a really strong relationship on. And if you don't ask the questions to find that out, you'll never know.
Yeah.
And you'll just be, as they say, ships crossing in the night. And that's why sometimes I like to put forth a little bit of information about myself when I know there are other people who are going through things, to let them know that it's a safe place to talk about what they might be going through without asking them right out. Because I think a lot of times we're afraid to talk about mental health or addictions, and I like it when I know that it's a safe place. There's someone I can talk to about some of those heavier things in my life. Anyway, so this part, I love drawing things out of anything. And there's some questions in here. Now, I did some research, and there you can find questions to ask anybody about anything. It says, questions to ask if you're in a couple, questions to ask if you're dating, questions to ask if you just met, questions that are funny, questions that are sexy, questions that are deep, questions that are informative. Well, they all are informative, but I guess I mean a more structured sort of information. At any rate, I pulled a few questions from a couple of those lists. I stayed away from too funny, too sexy, or too informative. So they're probably too boring, but we'll give it a try anyway. So here's how the game goes.
All right.
Each of us will draw, well, first I'll draw one, and then I'll ask the question of John, and he'll need to answer it. And then we'll go on like that till it feels like we've exhausted ourselves, and certainly not till the bowl is in.
And our audience.
What?
And exhausted our audience.
Yes, well, that goes
We don't want
without
to do
saying.
that.
You're probably all gone by now.
No.
But those
Stick
of you
around
who
for a
are
little
still
bit.
here, let's do it. So I'm going to ask you first.
Okay, good. Don't put it back in there afterward.
No.
Then.
Okay, John. If a movie, this is a good one, was made of your life, what genre would it be, and who would you want to play you?
What genre?
You know, like drama, comedy, action.
Well, I don't think it'd be action. It might be a combination of comedy and drama, I would say.
That sounds
Yeah.
reasonably good.
Yeah, and as far as who would play me, well, I'm kind of a short guy, so I probably can't pick someone that's 6'4". This would be too unrealistic. Maybe Dustin Hoffman.
Oh, that's interesting. I was thinking,
Is he still around?
yeah, he's alive, I think. But I
Okay.
think he has too much hair to play you. I was
Oh,
thinking,
Tucci, Stanley Tucci.
oh, yeah, now, there
he's-
you go.
He's a little taller than me, but he's a bald guy.
Yeah, I like to call you Stanley sometimes.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
But I was also thinking of Danny DeVito, but he's
Hey,
too
come
short.
on now.
Who was the other one? Danny DeVito and Woody Allen, but he's not bald enough either, is he?
No.
Okay. Well, okay, we've got that done.
Is that the end of the question?
Yeah, do you want to answer?
No, I
okay,
just
pick
gonna-
one.
Oh, I pick one for you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm scared.
This is going to be fun.
Ooh.
Oh, this is a nice one. What cheers you up?
Sunshine.
Oh,
I like sunshine.
well.
So the flip side of that is that gray skies uncheers me. But if it's just like something, I don't know. What else would I say besides sunshine?
Martinis?
Yeah, I guess.
A little bit? For a short time?
Yeah.
Okay. Just guessing.
Yeah. seeing him smile when he sees me, and that it makes him happy to see me, cheers me up.
Oh, that's nice. Thank you.
And that's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, wait a minute now.
Oh.
Did I have a follow-up on this one for you?
You can make one. I make up a follow-up.
See, I forgot it already then. Oh, boy. Okay. All right.
Okay. Okay, John, you're getting the good ones.
Yeah.
I can tell. I don't know. What's the weirdest thing you've ever eaten? Oh. I'm glad you got that because I've never.
On purpose?
What?
On purpose or accidentally?
Either way.
Didn't I
Either one. Maybe both.
Did I eat something accidentally not too long ago? It wasn't for humans?
Oh, the dog was good.
Well, oh boy. I was trying to get the dog, Jack was his name, to come up and sit with me. He used to sit with me, and then he decided he didn't like me anymore. So he wouldn't sit with me. So Pam bought me a box of special dog biscuits for the dog. Mm-hmm. And so I'm sitting on the couch here, begging him to come up and get the biscuit. You know, I'm Jack, please come up. Please come up and sit with me. Here, he heard me. I like it when you sit with me, Jack. And I'm showing him the biscuit. And then I'm putting the biscuit right close to my mouth. And I'm making a noise like I'm biting a biscuit. And I bit the biscuit. And I got part of the biscuit in my mouth.
Wow,
very dry.
That's really,
very dry.
Really exciting.
Yeah.
So what's another?
Okay, what was it?
That was accidentally. What's the weirdest thing you ate on purpose?
Oh well, I went to one of these hot dog places and had alligator sausage once.
You're kidding! I didn't know they made that. Where was that?
I thought it was at Wiener Schnitzel.
Wiener Schnitzel? Was it in Florida?
No, it's here.
Here?
I think it was alligator.
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay, well.
Anyone out there knows for sure, let us know. I can't believe the Minnesota Wiener Schnitzel franchise sold alligator sausage.
Well, they have a lot of different ones here, but I can't really think of anything else, I guess. I'm not a super...
We've traveled a lot, though.
Well, yeah, but I'm not a super adventurer. I don't like really raw food. I mean, I don't like raw fish, sushi.
Yeah.
So no, I eat a lot of tofu, but that's usually cooked. And no, that's about it.
Well, that's cool. Alligator sausage. We'll have to look into that.
Yeah.
I don't want any.
Okay, I won't bring it on. Okay, let's see what we got here.
Let me know.
Oh, I took two. Oh, no, that's all one. What is your favorite time of day and why?
Oh, I know exactly. It's 2 times a day. It used to be between 10 and 2 because that's the only time I felt like I was on top of it. But now I'm retired. And actually, I think it's always been the very most favorite is after I wake up in the morning, and this is true from graduate school on till today, is that I get a cup of coffee. It used to be I would get the paper or 2 papers, and I would get back in bed or in the bathtub or wherever, and I would drink my coffee and read the paper. Now I drink my coffee and do the New York Times different puzzles, and that is my most favorite time of the day. And some days I don't get it, but I pretty much make sure I'll get up extra early to be able to still have at least an hour sitting in bed with my coffee.
Yeah. Well, that's a good answer, and it's very true that you do like that. You know, I was going to go back to the first question for you. I think it what cheers you up? And you said the sun?
Yeah.
Well, I just have to say that Pam and I are kind of opposites in that direction. I don't know if it has to do with my Irish heritage, because over in Ireland it's usually pretty cloudy and a little bit damp. And I really like cloudy days. I don't like the sun shining on me. And I have a skin condition now where my skin's turning real white, and I'm supposed to stay out of the sun. When I was a kid, I liked the sun, but as an adult, I just avoid it, and I really like a day where I can go out and go for a little walk, and it's shady, cloudy out. That's my favorite kind of day to go out for a little walk. So anyway, I just wanted to clear that up.
Well, and I'll also throw out the fact that I've had 4 serious relationships in my life, and I don't know what the first one or the second one, what they thought of sun or shade or cloudy, but the other 3, you all liked cloudy days more than sunny days. So I just keep picking those people.
Okay.
Now, you already, it's like you just answered a question, but it's your turn to
Yeah.
answer.
Okay. Good.
No, it's your turn to answer anyway.
Okay.
Oh,
Well, that's a
what
long
is
one.
one of your favorite quotes, and what does it mean to you?
Oh, one of my favorite quotes. Well, you know, I've read a lot, and I've seen a lot of good quotes. Of course, I don't remember any of them.
So you don't have a
But,
favorite?
well, no, don't. No,
Oh.
let's not go there yet. I think one of the simple ones, and I had talked to you about using this in a different frame of reference, actually earlier today, is
Not the 10 Commandments.
it's the golden rule,
Oh, the golden rule.
especially in these days.
Yeah.
I think golden rule is it's not a Christian or
Right.
Jewish or Muslim thing. It's from some old. I don't know if it's Hindu or what.
Every religion has a
Yeah.
variation on
And
it.
it's short. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And to me, that just covers so much territory and so many other spiritual and religious rules that's just short, standalone sentence. I think we do well to think about it every day, and I do try to think about that, especially now that I'm older, and because I was always kind of a judgmental person, and to an extent I still am that. I didn't really I didn't like it when people didn't agree with my points of view on different things, politics especially, and but I try to take into consideration what the other people are going through sometimes and what their personal problems and that sort of thing. And I try to think about that and just treat them well, unless they're really obnoxious. Treat them well in spite of that. So that's it. That's my, whatever the question was. That's the answer to it.
Your favorite quotation?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy. How has fear impacted your life? Oh.
In more ways than I would care to
Let
disclose.
me list the ways.
I think probably the fear of people not liking me is probably the biggest way. The fear of being, I guess. There's just so many ways. Fear of public speaking, which I had to do tons of. Sometimes I would second guess my management decisions, and I made my share of bad ones, I know. And then I'd get fearful to make the right one because maybe somebody wouldn't like it. I don't know. Just fear of screwing up.
Yeah, pretty common one, I think.
And in terms of how it's impacted my life, is that it has kept me from certain opportunities that would have been really fulfilling, or certain friendships that would have been really meaningful. But I didn't think that I was good enough. I was afraid I would screw it up.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. I had a really low self-esteem when I was younger, and I was extremely afraid of speaking in front of any kind of classroom or anything when I was in junior high and high school. And I would take a fail on a speech rather than get up and give one. And when the few times that I did, I did terrible, and the teacher was not supportive. And so I barely graduated from high school. And when I got into the university at the lowest college level, I always avoided classes there too, where I would have to speak. And so consequently, I spent 23 years in college taking mostly just lower level courses, freshman and sophomore courses, where the class size was so big that they didn't require you to speak in front of the class. And I didn't get over that till I was close to 40, when I was finishing out my college degree and going to a smaller college. And by that time I was a little more comfortable with myself, and I was able to speak in front of the class, and then that helped me for the rest of my life. But it took so long, and I missed so many opportunities because of that fear, both job-wise and just socially too. So that was a major for me.
Actually, that was my question.
I know. I'm sorry I took it over.
So it's okay.
You can answer mine.
I'm teasing you.
Is this my question? You can
Yeah,
answer.
it'll
it.
be the last question of the day.
Oh, it is.
We can both
Okay.
answer this, but you
Okay.
can answer it first.
Okay.
Or maybe I'll answer it first since you were just talking.
Yeah. Why don't you do
The
that?
question is, have you ever had a nickname? What was it and who gave it to you? Well, the funniest nickname I ever had, my youngest aunt, she was about 17 years old when I was born, and she wrote a little poem for me and stuff. But she would call me Pameldehyde.
That sounds too much like formaldehyde.
Now that was the point.
Was it?
Yeah. And, I thought it was sort of a weird thing to call me, but I've never forgotten it. So that was Aunt Pat.
Aunt Pat. Okay.
Okay,
Well,
what
she had
about
a
you,
great
John?
sense of humor.
She did.
Well, my nickname, first of all, I was born John Michael, and I was a junior, so my dad's name was that. So I grew up, they decided to call me Mike, at least in my family and around my neighborhood. So I grew up as Mike. But then, I had real black hair, real thick black hair when I was a kid. And then his neighbors 2 doors down from me, they had a son and a daughter right around my age, and they got this black Labrador dog, and his hair was the same color as mine, I guess. And they named the dog Mike. So there was me, Mike, and him, Mike, and they started calling me Mike the boy. So everyone in the neighborhood called me Mike the boy, and they called the dog
great.
Mike the dog. So that was the weirdest nickname of mine. No one calls me Mike the boy anymore.
No, they don't.
And Mike the dog is rest in peace.
Oh, yeah. So I guess we're done for today.
Yeah.
This was sort of fun. I hope,
Thanks for listening.
yeah.
Um,
You can make a joke now if you want. Here, I'll take those.
Be good to each other.
Yeah.
Later than we think.
Actually, I am putting them back in the barrel.
Oh yeah.
What the heck? Okay. See you around.
See you next time.
Remember to like, watch, view, all that stuff.
Yeah. Thumbs up, thumbs down, whatever.
Oh, you want to sing?
What should I sing today?
Uh,
Oh, geez. What should I sing?
taps?
Oh, shake me, I rattle. Squeeze me, I cry.
Oh.
Please take me home and love me.
Okay, baby.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.